All right, guys, we're back with game number 2. We've got Mad Kings versus TShow Rising. First game of the series went over to the side of Mad Kings. Again, apologies, we do not have an actual ticket for this, unfortunately, so the player names, we were trying to figure this out during the break, are a little bit of a mystery to us. We think we figured it out now. But again, we'll probably just go with hero names. But I'm your caster, Moxie. I'm joined with the wonderful Forge Dota, and we're ready to bring you game number 2.
Game number 2 of what is looking to be an exciting series. I mean, there's a lot of blood going on in that game.
Yeah, it seemed to go from 0 to 60 really fast. We'd be focusing on one fight in the bot lane, and then there'd be a whole fight in the top lane at the same time. Unfortunately, I am not Pimp Muckle. I wasn't able to catch both of those fights like he was able to. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really interesting. We saw, you know, they basically just, I believe it's Rock Peruano who's playing the position 1 today for Mad Kings, and just saw him being left alone, and he got everything he needed, started making some damage decisions instead of playing it safe, and they just kind of steamrolled through TShow once that Luna was online. So I'm interested to see. Yeah, the Shadow Demon immediately banned this time. I think that's very smart on the side of TShow Rising, because they did so much with that hero in game number 1.
Yeah, a lot of really good setups, a lot of really good saves as well. So just a completely respectable ban. No surprise there. And for the rest of it, been pretty standard as well. Brewmaster, Omni Knight, Undying, all stuff we saw get banned out in the last game. Nothing getting mixed up just yet, except for the Shadow Demon. They are taking their time thinking about this third ban, though.
I wonder if it's one of those, do we take this hero or do we ban it sort of situations coming out from TShow.
I find that that's what usually it is. But I think with the first pick going to Mad Kings, you should just always err on the side of caution and just ban it out. If you're that worried about it, just ban it out. They're gonna ban out the Earth Spirit.
And the AA pickup for Mad Kings. It's not a hero that they've been playing a lot of recently, unless they're concerned about maybe TShow Rising pulling out something that uses a lot of heal, maybe something like a Winter Wyvern with that Cold Embrace, or something like an Oracle Dazzle. Heroes that I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of recently, but always a good counter, especially to things like a Huskar or a Alchemist, or just a very heavy push lineup in general. AA, if he can get that 6 fairly quickly, is a really good D push.
Well, it's also a weird but kind of decent way to deal with a Medusa as well. AA, not exactly a hero you think of dealing well with Medusa, but Medusa isn't a very mobile hero. Just kind of wants to stand in one place and dish out a bunch of damage, which is what Cold Feet is absolutely great for. You chuck it down, and she's either got to run away when she pops the Stone Gaze or stand still and get stunned. She doesn't get to use the Stone Gaze for the damage, which is very nice. And the ultimate is just always good with any kind of follow-up to make sure it hits.
We know the other thing that we totally forgot to mention about Ancient Apparition is now the Chilling Touch doesn't slow your attack.
That is also true.
That is a huge change, actually, that for some reason just totally flipped my mind here. Very popular combos always the Ancient Apparition and the Weaver, especially with the Geminite attack. But again, now that the Chilling Touch does not slow, goes really, really well with a lot of other heroes.
They did nerf the damage when they did that, so it doesn't hurt quite as much. But that attack speed slow means that you can get a lot of stuff out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now we do see an Elder Titan pickup for the side of TShow. It's possible that we might see a Rubik pickup with this. Rubik being able to lift and then follow up with the stomp is actually such a nice setup, and we saw a lot of that actually during the summit. Be interested to see that, because the other possible combo that goes along really well with that is of course Shadow Demon, but he's already kind of been taken out here. So
Yeah, it could be a lot of interesting combos that you can go with the ET. Even I was gonna say Axe, but I just realized they have the Nature's Prophet, so Axe doesn't make quite as much sense now. But even Sprout into Stomp, a little bit less of a conventional setup, but certainly something. Void, the classic kind of wombo combo. You get the Split Earth into the Chronosphere, does a lot of damage, and picking a Morphling into an Elder Titan is a special kind of ballsy that I respect.
I was just about to say, it takes a special type of balls to like pick a Morphling into an Elder Titan. This guy's got some cojones here. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Seeing an Ocean Man pick into Elder Titan who loves to counter that hero.
So
They're feeling very confident, I guess.
The interesting thing that I want to know the interaction of, because I mean, there's just been so many crazy interactions with Morphling since his rework. I want to know what happens if Morphling ults Elder Titan, takes the Astral Spirit, runs through a bunch of creep camps, and then brings that back, because it's just a bonus damage buff. So theoretically, you could have a Morphling that has all the Astral Spirit damage buff, but as Morphling. And that's pretty terrifying. If that works the way I think it works, that could actually be really interesting to see.
We'll have to see if they try to do anything crazy like that. I don't think I've ever seen it done. So I mean, cannot answer that question for you.
The new rework has just made so many things where it's like, does this work like that? Or is it crazy? Like, Battle Fury Morphling kind of works now because of the waveform attack. There's a bunch of crazy things that this hero has changed.
All right, so no Sand King. That's a another targeted ban here. Again, yeah. No Terrorblade, no OD as well. So
I think the one big thing that both teams are kind of lacking right now is setup for their supports. And there it is.
There it is.
For TShow. Yeah, they need just something to set up for the Elder Titan Stomp. Let them get off their stuns. And on the flip side, Mad Kings needs to get something so that Ancient Apparition can get off the Cold Feet or get off the ultimate, the Ice Blast. And now they have that for TShow at least.
We've seen Bane actually is very, very popular in the South American scene. He's very popular just in general because of the fact with the rework with the Nightmare, he's allowed to get a couple free right clicks off. I don't think he's had the best win rate though, has he?
I mean,
with the pickup for South America in particular though.
I'm not exactly sure what the statistics are for South America. I know that, like you said, he's been very popular lately. I'm not sure exactly what the statistics are, but I mean, hopefully they can make it work for them. They are down one game in the series, so I do hope that they can make this work. ET Bane, it's a lot of sleep and not necessarily a lot of hard stun, which kind of worries me a little bit. Like, they have a lot of pseudo disable, which isn't the best way to deal with a Morphling. You need lots of hard lockdown, lots of like good stuns, good silences, and right now they don't really have quite a great way to deal with him. But there's some answer in the puck.
A little bit more lockdown. It's going to provide some really nice dream coils, being able to hold them in place. It's important to note too that the damage dealt is actually after the snaps now as well. And the Waiting Rift, the silence, always pretty solid against a Morphling, being able to make sure that he can't just run himself away there. But I don't know, I feel like the Bane is going to be pretty important for a lot of this, but at the same time, I'm sure Morphling will get himself at minimum a Lincoln's.
Yeah, but Bane has literally all targeted spells. He's not too worried about the Lincolns. The only worry I'm kind of seeing with the Morphling into Puck is that he actually won't take any damage from the Dream Coil. He'll take the stun still, but because most Morphlings will get out of it by waveforming out of it, you don't take damage. So that kind of sucks a little bit, but at least he'll still get some extra stun duration in there. Matt Rider, on the other hand, pretty nice hero into a Puck and a Nature's Prophet. You get lots of vision so you can catch the Prophet in the trees, and some good clean hard initiation for the Puck. So I like the pickup for Mad Kings here.
Yeah, Batrider's one of those heroes that just, he's the only hero in the game that does what he does, and they've continuously nerfed him, it feels like. Each patch trying to figure out a better way to balance him out, but he's just such a value hero, again, because he's the only person that can jump in the middle of the team fight and just drag them out. So lots of really good initiation coming out from both teams. I think I like Mad Kings just a little bit more here.
They have the really hard late game in the Morphling, and even necessarily like they kind of smoothed out his power curve really nicely. So even in the early game, Morphling's still pretty strong just because of how quickly you can morph now. They're going to really have to bully him in the early game and keep him shut down, or grab themselves a hard carry that can kind of face up against him, because right now that shotgun combo is going to destroy 3 out of the 4 TShow heroes.
So, moment of truth here. We still need a mid for both teams. If you were drafting for the side of either one of these, which hero would you like to see?
Well, if Mad King or TShow already has their mid, they need themselves a safe lane carry, because that's going to be an
that's
off lane
true,
profit,
with the off lane profit.
Mid puck. But Mad King's mid laner, a Queen of Pain might not be too bad. Quap versus Puck, pretty standard matchup, but they're going to go for the TA. So just some nice burst damage to follow up on the Batrider. That's really what you want. Just somebody he can blink lasso, and you immediately follow up with a hefty amount of damage, so that by the time lasso ends, they're either already dead or mostly dead.
Okay, so what do we see then picked up here for TShow?
We're gonna find out pretty quickly. They
have nothing to burn refraction right now either.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a problem for them, I think.
Pick, but they're gonna go.
Okay, Phantom Lancer pickup here.
That's actually a really, really good pickup, because, like you said, they needed a refraction hero, and mana burn against Morphling, even though he doesn't need the mana to morph anymore, he still needs mana to do everything else. So the Diffusal Chase is going to be really, really key against this Morphling. I like this pickup a lot, and the AoE on the side of Mad Kings is pretty weak. It's pretty much just like AA and waveform from Morphling. So I really like this pickup from TShow.
What is the cosmetic on Morphling? I don't think I've seen that one before. Also, a name change again here. Oh boy. Coming out from Mad Kings. I can't keep up now.
I'm pretty sure that's still Rock Peruano.
Yeah.
He's still in. He's still in.
He was
the
still
thing.
in the lobby. Just interesting that we get yet another name change here. All right, I still kind of like Mad King's draft here. I still think I like it just a bit more, because if they're able to really slow down that Phantom Lancer, I think that's going to be a huge problem for the side of TShow.
I'm gonna go TShow.
All right.
I think Morphling is just as abusable in lane as the Phantom Lancer is. And they have kind of the mid to deal with it. It's going to be a question, I think, of the mids, because if Puck can keep TA down, then she can roam fairly freely, help gank the Morphling. But if TA is at least even with the Puck, then Puck is kind of stuck in the lane, and Morphling gets more space. So I think mid lane is going to be where we have to keep an eye on.
Sounds good. All right, we've loaded in here. Go ahead and open up my settings, and it looks like already we're gonna see some aggressive movement coming out from TShow.
Yeah, 4-man smoke. I think they did this last game too, right? Leave the puck
I believe
alone.
both of them did, actually. They both went for a smoke and got very aggressive, but they didn't find each other really.
And does Morphling have morph? Morphling hasn't skilled yet, so Morphling's actually potentially okay here.
Well, the smoke actually pops, and they do point out what's happening here. Okay, value click getting thrown out from Nature's Prophet. Surprised they didn't try to jump on that and just put out as much damage as possible here.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned standoff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he knows that they placed a ward, but he's not sure where they placed it. Most of the common ward spots now are blocking either of these pull camps, either the hard or the easy camp. So this actually might go undetected. Oh, it is actually blocking the easy camp, so this might get picked up.
And we do get a pause immediately. But yeah, it's really, really important nowadays because you can't pull off of this camp over here on the side here. It's really difficult to get one taken down. So you want to pull into the small camp here, into the other camp. And if you don't have a small camp, you cannot pull. So it's pretty important nowadays too that you see that your supports pick up sentries early if you suspect that's going on, because it really puts a damper in your tri lane unless you're getting just kill after kill after kill, because you need a way to have your supports get some levels and get some farm. You don't want to be that greedy core, man. The one that just says, okay, stay in lane and do nothing. Although most cores will say, please don't just stay in my lane and do nothing. I need my experience. Go do something else.
Yeah, most of the cores will say, go away. We'll be fine. And then we complain at you that you're not there when we die.
Yep. That's why I have a mug that says mid players tiers, because it's always the mid player. Oh, come secure my farm for me.
I was very upset at you when you got that.
I had a couple people on social media ask me where I got it from. I had a custom made, just to trigger my mid players.
Well,
no, but
mission accomplished. But speaking of mid players, though, it looks like Puck is actually going to be heading to go up against the Bat Rider here. So this might be a mid PL up against the TA, which makes more sense because he can more easily deal with the refraction, burn those away nice and quickly, and with some nice rotations from the Bane, get some kills on that TA, help slow her down, because if she doesn't have a good start, that means she has to be farming and not making space for the Morphling.
That's one of those things too where I think being able to just stack, whether you're doing it yourself as the TA or you have your support stack, that just always helps so much to give you a little extra edge, knowing you can fall back into that jungle. But we've unpaused here. Nice cogs coming out here from Clock. A lot of damage though coming out from these little treants. Get some value clicks off.
People underestimate those treants, but they hit for 36 apiece, and somebody like the AA is gonna get bullied pretty heavily by that. He's only got 2 armor, and those will chase an AA down.
Puck was able to steal the top bounty rune underneath the nose of TA and Bat Rider. That's some feels bad man right there.
Oh, that's rough.
But yeah, you're right. We do see the PL middle, and he'll be 1v1ing, or I mean, it's not really 1v1 mid anymore, right? Yeah, here we go. Here's the Clock and the Bane.
Level 1 Enfeeble feels so bad as a TA because you can't get refraction. You need side blades for the range, so you hit so soft. It's rough.
Now, Clock gonna be trying to burn as much mana as possible. That'll definitely help out his TA when she doesn't have Spirit Lances being thrown at her constantly.
Yeah, that'll be nice. But I mean, it's still going to be rough farming for her. She's got no CS and no denies.
Again, I would love to see supports trying to stack, or she's stacking for herself if she's going for runes or something. Checking in with the bot lane though, looks pretty bad for Morphling right now, actually. Wow, 7-2 on the oh man, AA is just getting punched to death with the stapler. There's gonna be a TP coming out from Clock. It still doesn't matter. That's first blood being drawn by Nature's Prophet.
Boots first Elder Titan versus no boots, no windlace AA, and then you get the bonus movement speed from Astral Spirit. Feels bad, man. This
is actually so bad for the side of TShow for a start here. Or not TShow, I'm sorry, for Mad Kings, because PL's clearly getting the upper hand here over in mid. And then they've had to rotate the Clockwork down to the bot lane to kind of help out the AA and the Morphling, who currently has, what, 3 and 2 CS right now. That's oof. So that means they've got to babysit this Morphling even more. That means TA is gonna suffer. How is top lane going? It looks like Bat Rider is getting the better end of this. Actually able to get that bounty rune too.
It's gonna be a farm fest top. Puck can't really kill Bat Rider. Bat Rider can kill Puck, but it's pretty difficult because of just how good Orb is as an escape.
TA is just not allowed to hit anything here. We've got an Enfeeble. Oh man, bottom lane. We actually do lose the Nature's Prophet. Now they're chasing after Ancient Apparition. Can they get this kill? He's trying to break their ankles. Duking around here. Does find the Morphling and says, protect me, please. Sprout coming out though. Oh, there's the cleanup kill. And trees are going to get ripped down. They've got their eyes over on this tiny little Clockwork here. It looks like he's going to be able to get himself out though.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of the things where, you know, TShow kind of has the advantage now that they've moved the lanes around and put the PL in that middle lane. Is Morphling is a pretty weak laner until he hits like level 4, like 4, 6, and 8 are the power spikes, because that's when you get more levels of waveform and more importantly more levels of your morph, because it's so slow at level 1. And he just can't fight. He just has to try and farm. But with the constant pressure from the Trance and this this Elder Titan, it's going to be really difficult for him to get anything done for a long time.
Middle lane here. More harass coming out over onto TA. He's going to have to go and use a health pot. I felt bad. This TA is just not allowed to hit anything. Taking a nap all the time with the Bane being in her lane.
Yeah, 9-1 to 22-7.
Yeah, that feels bad, man.
This is where, like you said, you have to get those stacks going. Like, but they don't have the resources. Clock needs to be, you know, keeping the Elder Titan off of his AA.
Oh,
and
Ancient Apparition. That is a sad ice cream cone right there. Morphling too. He's got to be really careful. There's just so much damage being put out by the Treants. Like you're saying, people underestimate just how much damage these little guys do.
Yeah, especially against like squishy supports with no wave clear. Like Clockwork really wants to be, you know, stuck alone hitting one thing at a time. AA, same thing. They just don't have the wave clear until Morphling gets more levels of waveform, and even then he wants to use it as an escape.
Well, what's going to be really interesting to me is, oh boy, he's stuck in the trees right now. Does have a salve though. We'll get his health back. And they do get the Nightmare over onto Clock. It's a stomp coming in as well. And look at all these trees. They're just trying to body block him. Oh, they get the kill. Again, AA will go down here. And Morphling, he's stuck in the trees now. He doesn't have waveform. He's got to get himself out. And they're still just chasing down AA the whole time. This lane is a bit of a disaster, I think, for Mad Kings right now.
Yeah. And I mean, they have the tools to deal with Nature's Prophet split push once they get levels on their supports. But how are they going to get their levels? They can't afford to be making stacks. Like they can't do it.
Oh, this is a dead Morphling, I think. No, he's got the waveform. He might be able to get himself out here. We'll go for the TP. They don't have the stomp. He will be able to get himself out, but that is not something you want to have to do here. TP yourself out from behind your own tower. Oof.
And now he's got to walk all the way back. Prophet's going to probably take this tower in the meantime. And the only good thing that kind of comes from that is it frees the supports up to help mid, but mid's already going in a really bad space.
Big Dream Coil coming out though from the puck. Will jump himself forward here, grabs himself 2 Waning Rift. The TP comes out though, does manage to get herself out. And Clockwork sitting at level 3, just gonna soak some experience, I think. Bottom tower is almost dead. Looks like they've actually shifted up the lanes. They sent the Bat Rider down to deal with it, and he might have to actually deny this tower. He's not gonna get at that Cardi. Gonna get enough damage, and they do have found themselves a Clockwork here, following up with the stun, the Sprout, everything in the kitchen sink, and oh, he tries to cog and get away, but Lowling Blue is the nightmare of his dreams, I guess, here.
Elder Titan just kills AA. Like, he just finds him and just dead.
Yeah, TShow's just running over Mad Kings right now.
He's going for treads on the Elder Titan. That's hilarious. Normally you'll see something like the Mana Boots or the Tranquils, but I guess he's just having so much fun punching people with his stapler that he's going to keep doing it.
I mean, can you blame him?
Not really. Not at all.
Mid lane, Clockwork walks right up to the Phantom Lancer here. He really can't do much, though, to him. Yeah, just trying to get all these illusions off of her tower.
Saving grace for TShow, right? Or not for TShow, for Mad Kings right now is this Bat Rider, who's just straight rushing Blink, like not even going for anything else. Ground Boots, Windlace into the Blink Dagger because he needs to. He needs to find a way to get pickoffs with the Ancient Apparition and the Clock.
TA just can't do enough against this this Phantom Lancer right now. He's just dishing out way too much damage. Top lane, they signed the Morphling, though. Again, they use the Dream Coil, they use the Waning Rift for the silence. Will back themselves off, but this Morphling just can't seem to find himself a safe place to farm. He's just constantly getting poked and prodded at, and just struggling really hard here.
Yeah, Prophet's almost got the drums online, too. They don't want to mess around with any late game like Midas or anything else like that. They just want to get pushing, restrict the space shut down the Morphling and let the PL.
Feeble Stomp coming in. We'll be able to just grab him at the very end here. Clockwork's going to try to TP. We'll be able to maybe provide some backup. The Sprout's coming out, though. There's the Nature's Prophet. They found themselves an ice cream cone again, and he is just going to melt. Looks like Clockwork. He's getting body blocked by the trees. He can't get himself out. The Waning Rift will actually clean him up.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good rotation, but they can't do anything against these guys right now. They're just falling further and further behind. Already a 4K net lead going over to the side of TShow, and about a 3K lead in experience. These guys are just rolling them right now, running at them nonstop.
They need to find some way to get levels on these supports. That's what the biggest discrepancy is. It's a level 5 Elder Titan, level 4 Bane up against a 4 Clock, and a level 3 Ancient Apparition.
Yeah, this Ancient Apparition, like, again, he's just gonna get stomped and he's just gone. That's gotta be so frustrating right now. You can't go anywhere on the map without being killed here. PL's on the hunt too. He's found himself a Clockwork. He's not ready to let this guy walk away here. Lots of damage getting pushed out over onto here. We'll go and just erase him as well. The army of PLs. They don't like Clockwork.
Yeah, Clockwork's one of the worst heroes to try and deal with PL. This battery assault is meant to lock in 1, at most 2 people into your cogs, and well, it's a Phantom Lancer. It's kind of what he does, is make lots and lots of himself. So I think this is really just coming down to a drafting problem. They don't have anyone to really make space except for this Bat Rider, but Bat Rider's not a hero that can make space by himself. He needs people. He needs people to just be with him. They're gonna try and get this Elder Titan though.
Top lane. Yeah, they'll be able to get this. He's just going to burn to that Firefly, but that was a nice stomp that was taken off there, too. TA is now bottom, and Nature's Prophet, though, sends his army of trees at the tower at her. There's not too much that she can do against all this. It's just too much damage.
Too low levels just across the board. Yeah. About a 4K net worth or XP lead. Prophet's got his drums online. He's going in for the Orchid. Once he gets that online, Morphling's just going to die over and over again. They're going to find Morphling, initiate with Puck, and then follow up with the Orchid.
That Rider does make the rotation down, but they do have vision over here, so they'll be able to point out that he's trying to get into position and keep an eye on any sort of jungling that he might be doing. Right now, Bat Rider is actually the highest net worth on this team.
3,600 for him, 37 for the Prophet.
Not what you want.
I mean, Prophet's really not that farmed. It's just in comparison to how bad the rest of the lanes have gone.
Yeah, your Morphling is 3.2k right now. Not even in the top 3 for net worth.
And he's going Lincoln's first, which is not a good sign. Slows down your timing a lot.
Take advantage of some of these camps.
PL closing in on that defusal. Once that's online,
That's scary.
I feel like the Dire are just going to group and take tower after tower, and there won't really be much that the Radiant can do about it.
Look at this Puck. Puck is not afraid of this Morphling at all. We'll just poke and prod a little bit, jump himself back. They do get a kill on the bot lane over on Clockwork, and this is easily going to be their tower. There's nothing that TA can do about this. She needs to probably just back herself off.
She's trying to spam out the waves with the side trap, but the problem is they take 4 seconds before they do any damage.
That was a close shave coming out here from Nada. He almost got hit with that stomp and the Earth Splitter. Wow, now this game's looking pretty bad right now for Mad Kings. What's their saving grace? What do they do? Oh, top lane, we lose the AA again. I don't think AA can be on this map alone at all.
When did they lose the Morphling? That's really bad.
That's just been poking and prodding in the top lane the entire time. Nightmare comes out over here onto the Bat Rider. Just trying to clear out some of these waves.
Saving grace is going to be like, find a way to get level 6 on AA and just run around the map with Bat Rider trying to get kills on like Elder Titan, Bane, Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's probably the best one.
I think if Clock and Bat could have... See, the problem was this lanes did not go the way that they wanted this at all. If Bat Rider and Clock could get together, yeah, there's a jump forward coming out here. They've got the lasso, but we'll just try to give them the clicks. try to juke themselves around. Well, this is all going down. We lose the AA again. Puck, meanwhile, will go ahead, jaunt himself down here, try to hide, and he will actually make it out here. So nice play coming out here from the Puck, making it look like he was going to go up towards the dire jungle, when in fact he went south. And TA again, hands tied, can't do anything against this massive army of just catmen and tiny deer people.
What an apt description, Moxie.
I mean, that's what it is, right?
You're not wrong.
It's Fantasia going on here in the mid lane. Where are my dancing hippos and alligators, man? Because that's what it's feeling like right now.
And flashback to, well, I mean that movie came out before even I was alive. So
yeah, the original.
That
is an old movie. Cue the classical music.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, saving grace is going to be just find a way to get level 6 on Ancient Apparition and find a way
Clockwork,
to get kills.
Clockwork. He finds himself a Puck here.
This could be
There's
good.
a Sprout though. They're going to try to turn this. Yeah, it looks like they jump forward with the Bat Rider. And they will be able to maybe get this kill. Ooh, yep.
Oh,
Morph.
He morphs the Puck. Well played. That was nice. I was really worried there for a second. I thought the Puck got away with that.
He needs that so bad. He needs so many kills so badly right now. Because they're just running amok in their jungle. They're not afraid of them at all. With good reason.
That's what they have to do. That's their ticket back into the game. Every time Lasso's off cooldown, and even with that Lasso on cooldown, like they're just like, we need to get kills. They're going in with Clock, who's got hookshot now.
Okay, that's gonna be huge. If they can get a hookshot onto the Clock, or sorry, rather from the Clock. Yeah, there it is. They find it. They'll jump forward. They'll throw out all the Firefall. Ice Blast gets thrown in. Mad Kings are happy about this, but now they need to be so careful. There's actually the Cold Feet being thrown out over onto the Elder Titan. He gets the Air Splitter off, but oh, the Bane though, he's grabbed the hold. Will be able to go and take down the Ancient Apparition. The rest of the team has shown up here on the side of TShow, and they will get vengeance for their Nature's Prophet.
You know, I thought that would maybe still be worth it, just because of how important that Nature's Prophet was. And it almost
not with 3 wiping there too.
Yeah, if Morphling lives there, it's 100% worth it. 100% worth it. But no, unfortunately, the Dream Coil was there and the silence on top.
I mean, fortunately for TShow, right?
Fortunately for TShow, but I'm always rooting for the underdog, Moxie. I'm always rooting for the underdog. I want to see that game 3. Well, actually,
what is it? The anime storyline where, you know, game number 1 you get stomped and then you come back, sort of thing.
Yeah, that seems to be what we have here.
All right, well, we do see a pause coming out. Looks like Bat Rider is running for his life here. Doesn't want to deal with all of these catmen in the top lane. Looks like they're having a little bit of an internet issue here, but we're back.
And then Diffusal Blade for PL now. He's got himself, I think, the full Yasha. Yeah, full Yasha coming out on the courier. Lasso is off cooldown.
Oh, Bat. Oh, he's just barely going to be able to get himself back. It looks like he's thinking about trying to jump back in, though, and there's going to be a big Echo Stomp. He's in a lot of trouble. He's going to try to fly himself out. Should be able to do it here. And there's that one illusion who's searching for him, but...
That was nice cogs from the Clockwork there. Keep his Bat Rider alive. But, I mean, Morphling just is not ready to fight. TA has Desolator? I think.
That's such a big question mark. Does she have Dessa or not, Forge?
Well,
yeah, she's got Dessa.
I couldn't find the courier. She had something coming out on the courier.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't click
I thought
on
you were looking at her and you're saying, she has, what is that again? That red shiny stuff?
She didn't have it yet. It was coming on the courier. But no, she does have it. So that's at least some damage that they can pump into Lasso. So now the TA can get involved in some kills, get herself back in the game. Speaking of Lasso.
Ooh, Nada's found himself. Yeah, holding him in place here in the Firefly with a big Ice Blast. That's a very dead Nature's Prophet, and that's something that they really, really needed. But while this is all going down again, we have another fight. We lose the TA. We lose the AA. Oh, this is looking really, really scary right now. Nope. They'll be able to get the Morphling as well. So again, Nature's Prophet falls, but it's not worth it. And now it looks like Nada, he blinks himself into the trees. Gonna try to break some ankles. Oh no, but PL, he wants this. He's gonna get it. And there goes the Bat Rider.
Yeah, unfortunately, Firefly still on cooldown from killing the Prophet, and
I mean, that just cuts down all the trees, though, on top of that, too. I think he was just doomed. The second that PL had his eye on him.
yeah, if Batrider's not jumping PL, he's pretty much not alive. And I keep thinking, oh, you know, they're getting kills on the Prophet. It's gonna turn out great, but these trades, they're starting. The Dire are starting to group up together, recognizing that, you know, Prophet's kind of the weak link.
Oh, Clockwork. He's silenced up. The Yules will come out as well. Big Echo Stomp, and they throw out the Spirit Vessel. Tries to grab the two of them. We'll be able to get them. There's a big Ice Blast coming in. Is this going to turn around here? Looks like they'll get a kill. Can they get one more? Yes, they'll be able to clean up on the Elder Titan and the Puck.
That's huge.
But there's some misdirection going on here, Forge, because Santa Roshan.
I mean,
oh, Nada, he's thinking about it. He's got that Blink Dagger. I don't know about this dude.
He doesn't have Firefly. Don't do it.
He's gonna, I don't know. Oh, he throws out the lane break. Is he gonna jump? He jumps in the pit. Does he grab it? He snatches the Aegis. Oh, what a Batrider. Nada. Will get immediately pop, but that's an Aegis they will not have. And now it's looking real bad now for TA. I'm not sure if they really wanted to fight this. Nightmare comes out, though. There's gonna be a big lasso coming out there to be able to grab the Bane. Oh man, there's so much Firefly just left and right here. Forge, Cogs come out, they get another kill over onto Nature's Prophet. Clockwork's just running around here, trying to just make a little space, let Batrider get out.
I mean,
what a fight. That was exactly what they needed. That was such a ballsy blink in coming out from the Batrider.
So those last two fights, both the kill on the Puck previously and that fight in the Roche there, were worth 2,700 net worth for the
Nada is trying to TP himself out here. The Yules comes out, though he's not going to be able to get out. The Clockwork, he misses the hook. This is looking really scary right now. He's actually going to get burnt down by the Elder Titan, and they've got their eyes still over here onto the Puck. There's going to be the Sprout coming out, though, from Nature's Prophet. Another big Echo Stomp. Man, he has just been on point this entire game. Looks like they're going to lose the Clockwork. Morphling, realizing that this is just not what he wants to be fighting, will back himself out.
So that one, a little bit less worth it for the Radiant. But, I mean, this has just been some really clean team fighting from TShow in this
Can we talk about how good these stomps have been, too?
They've been really good.
This Elder Titan stomps have just been on point. Very nice.
I mean, really not with that much setup either. Like, it's been like Sprout, kind of, and the occasional Nightmare into Stomp, but not really like the go-to combo. Like, he's just been landing these on his own, which is pretty difficult against, you'd think, like a Morphling and a TA and a Batrider, but he's been getting it done.
This TA is so behind, so is the Morph right now. PL is so fat. Batrider, he's looking. He's waiting for any sort of opening that he can see here. He's basically their biggest form of initiation at this point in time. Now, Elder Titan smoke pops. They could have jumped for that, but they probably are afraid that it's a trap. Echo Stomp lands over onto Clock.
As long as PL plays carefully, like, they really can't kill him. He has to really seriously mess up in order to die right now.
They need to get like a pick at first and even the playing field. During all this, though, Morphling.
They're going to go for it. Is Batrider there? No.
Oh, that Spirit, though, takes that little nap on top of the Earth Splitter. The silence followed up from Puck. Will be able to go use the Dream Coil. If they can get this pick on Batrider, that's going to be huge. Another skirmish going on over here in mid. Looks like they'll be able to maybe get the kill over onto Bane, but he's thrown himself into the Nightmare now. It looks like he's going to be able to get himself out. And now TA, oh, TA, she needs to get out of here fast. I don't think she's going to be able to. It's going to be a double kill for PL. Clockwork trying to run himself away. He's going to get taken down as well. That's a disaster. Morphling, last man standing. I don't know if that was the play, Forge.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Honestly, the thing that amazes me most, I don't know if it was he just barely walked out of range of the Cold Feet or the most perfect timing of Nightmare ever, but it looked like Cold Feet was about to proc, and then he cast Nightmare on himself, and he was fine. So if I'm not crazy, I think he just dodged Cold Feet by casting Nightmare on yourself, which is an interaction I didn't know happened, and it makes me way more excited to see Bane. Sounds awesome. And I want to know what else you can dodge by doing that. I knew you could prevent damage. I didn't think you could prevent stuns. But either way, yeah, really, really good fight there. Taking on really all the key targets. They focus down the Batrider first. They use the Fiend's Grip on the TA so she can't get anything done. And then just this PL doing so much work.
I think that was just too ballsy because you know that you don't have a Morphling. You're pretty certain that it's going to be all 5 of them that are grouped up. So taking a fight 4v5 is usually not a great idea. I guess maybe they were hoping that they split up a little bit. But they do spot out the Bane over here. They missed the hook shot.
Yeah, and Morph does have his Lincolns now. He's going to go for the E-Blade. I honestly think he might even need to go for something like the Manta first just to be able to kind of sustain himself in fights. But at the same time, if he does that, he doesn't have any damage. So it's a really kind of catch-22 situation he's in right now.
Ooh, and they've got a Bane lolling blue. He's looking for a pick-off here, but Morphling has already left the building. Or the jungle in this case.
Yeah. Morphling, though, does hit his level 15, which is probably their best way of dealing with PL. It's not a great way of dealing with PL, because he's not got a whole lot of damage behind him right now, but it is a way of dealing with the PL. That waveform attacking targets is going to at least help clear out some of these illusions. And how's our TA doing?
She's so poor, Forge. She is so poor. She's got the Dusso, and that's it, pretty much.
She's got her blink. She's got her blink, Moxie. It's okay. But
I don't think it's not going to matter, though. She's just getting shredded by this Phantom Lancer. Unless she can get some sort of a pick-off, but they're pretty much rolling as 5 whenever they show on the map. They know that the pick-off potential is just too strong coming out from the side of Mad Kings here, especially every time Nature's Prophet shows up, there is a Clockwork or a Batrider hunting for him. And they are hunting in pairs now. Just like hunters in Halo.
It's a pretty good analogy, actually, but they're going to find themselves a puck. So that's going to help.
All right. Big Ice Blast coming in. He's going to try to dodge it. Won't quite be able to. So Puck is down, but Lasso's down. Ice Blast is down.
I think it's worth it. They need to dump.
They need anything at this point, really.
I mean, that was 1,000 gold for killing a Puck. That's worth it. Puck's gonna try and get herself a Lincoln Sphere, but it's gonna be a little.
Oh, AA melted.
Blink Digger PL. I have not seen that in a while. I like this build though. Extra mobility on PL is honestly sometimes better than the tank ability. And man, TA.
I think he's not really too concerned about it. Bottom lane though, we do lose the TA. Oh, Lincoln's gets popped though, and there'll be a Nightmare thrown out over onto the Morphling. Morphling chasing after, does manage to get the Nightmare again over onto Prophet with a Brain Sap. And now there's Brain Sap on Brain Sap, but Lowling Blue, he just can't face off with this Morphling 1v1 like that. And Elder Titan is in the middle of just, what is happening? Batrider getting taken down by Phantom Lancer, doing all of that as well.
Very, very split fight, but Morphling gets himself a couple of kills. He's crawling back up on the net worth. He's second overall. He's going to get himself his E-Blade soon, which will help blow up these squishy supports. They're not out of it yet, Moxie. It's just really, really rough. And it's going to get rougher as this mid-rax is probably going to go down. At least
then the struggle bus. It looks like Puck might be able to get a kill over onto Clockwork. He goes for the hook shot. He will miss. Well, all this is going down, though. Again, the Rax just getting beaten down by Phantom Lancer. Won't get the other side. Looks like they're going to play it safe, back themselves out. And there's still this battle between Puck and Clockwork over here. look at Clockwork. He's so oh yeah, he needs a little help. They will be able to take him down with a teleport coming out from Hijack here.
Yeah, the
that was the epic 1v1. I wish we were. I was watching both of the fights, but
all right,
that one seemed particularly clowny.
Morphling shotgun online.
All right, let's go. This is where Mad Kings comes back, maybe. Hopefully.
Maybe. Potentially.
I don't know. TShow has been putting up one heck of a good show here. I've been enjoying this. This is a very scary Phantom Lancer.
Who has not died yet.
Has not died yet. Yeah, 8-0-5. This guy came ready to play. The Slayer over here.
And like, they don't even have anybody that really wants to pick up like a Maelstrom or anything, which is normally how you'd kind of deal with it. But like Morphling doesn't really want to grab one. He just wants stats. TA, I guess, could grab one. But I don't know.
TA's got her own problems right now.
This is a very, very sad TA. They were probably thinking, all right, TA into Puck. You know, it's can be kind of tough, but doesn't have a great way to burn through Fraction. It's going to be fine. Oh, great. I'm up against a Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, that was very, very smart on the side of TShow with that drafting. Throwing the PL against her mid. Very, very smart.
And I feel like in the background, Prophet has just been like quietly helpful. Like he hasn't had like any like crazy flashy plays or anything, but he's just been like consistently pecking away, just chipping away at these supports, being annoying, being there for his team. Hijack, I think, kind of the unsung hero of this match. Just quietly being very helpful. Getting picked off a couple of times, but overall...
I mean, they have a Clockwork and a Batrider. I think you can't really avoid that. If you just happen to show up in that lane and they're nearby, it's...
Yeah, it's a rough time. So you know, I just want you to know, Hijack, I'm watching, and you're doing good work. And he's gonna get a BKB. He's sick of these shenanigans, Moxie. He's got himself a BKB now.
All right, sounds good. I don't know how they... I guess they try to get a pick off or something. There's a double damage rune over here. Looks like Morphling's gonna try to solo Roche.
They have to go for some kind of crazy play like this, but
I mean, he's going down pretty fast. I don't know.
I don't know if he's tanky enough.
Yeah, well, he's got the Clockwork. Uh-oh, we do see some action coming out here. Elder Titan is thinking about checking that pit. This is gonna be very scary. Oh, he's in the pit. They do manage to grab the Aegis just in time, though. The hookshot comes out. He's not gonna be able to land it. Big Echo Stomp coming in. Actually gonna cancel it out. While all this is going down, though, their base. Oh, they're losing heroes left and right. This Ancient Emperor is actually gonna try to just TP home. He can't, and they've already taken down the Batrider. TA is still up and running. Clockwork is back home now. And they lose the tower in the top lane.
There's no buyback and there's no lasso.
Yeah, they've got their eyes on this other rack. Oh, they popped the Aegis! Did you see that?
Was there Clockwork there? I feel like
No. It was the Morphling. The Morphling just got evaporated.
Oh wow, Aegis is gone.
Yeah, did you see that? Oh my god.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, it looked like he was morphing during that, and then they got the Nature's Prophet ulti and an Echo Stomp. It's, oh my gosh.
Good lord. I didn't.
Yeah, there is no Aegis left on this Morphling. Oh man. And Hijack just runs right into the base. He's not afraid of any water right now. He's just gonna go and take it down. Batrider TP's in. I don't know if he's gonna be able to grab him. Yeah, he's gonna pop the drums though, force himself forward, blink, but there's the Orchid coming out from Hijack. He's just gonna saunter away.
This might be a dead Batrider if he's not careful. No, okay, Puck doesn't want to go for it.
Oh, the hook shot though. He does connect over onto Puck. Puck gonna try to orb himself out here. The Ice Blast coming in. Will aim. It's not gonna quite connect over onto the Puck. Will connect over onto Elder Titan.
It is 2 lanes of barracks down though. TA has cheese. They have some kind of fight potential, but I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how they really take a fight. The lanes just went so well for TShow.
Yeah, they absolutely dominated the laning phase, having the Clockwork forced to go bottom to help the Morphling, which just gave TA an awful, awful lane against the Phantom Lancer. The only lane that actually went well for the side of Mad Kings was the Batrider lane. Batrider versus Puck was doing fairly well on it, but there's only so much that you know, they can do with a Batrider that's, well, I mean, just 2 lanes being lost. It's incredibly hard to ever come back from that.
Yeah, it'd be different if it was like Batrider lost his lane and TA was okay, or if Morphling was okay, but
having 2 of your right-click cores,
there's only so much a Batrider can do with farm. After a certain point, it's a stun. You know, it's a really good stun, but at the end of the day, you don't have the damage to pump into it, and that's really been their issue. It's why they've not really been able to kill this PL, really even try and contest him, because now he's got a Manta Style and a Scotty. He's gonna get a butterfly.
I mean, the roaming support combo should have been very, very good for the side of Mad Kings, but they weren't able to roam. They were just tied to that lane the whole time.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting the aggressive lane. They were probably thinking, all right, we're going to be up against the Bat Rider. We can.
I think the Phantom Lancer put a monkey wrench in their plans, like super heavily. He's got a butterfly queued up next. This guy is scary. Super tanky, does a ton of damage. Really hard to just grab.
Oh, he almost died. Bat Rider almost just, well, maybe not die, but he
get snared, yeah.
That was really nice blink reactions there from Tizair, I guess.
I don't know. All their names are
messed up.
I'm not sure if that's actually his player name or if that's just what he's using right now.
Normally it's Therence, right? Normally
yeah.
That's who it is. Yeah, okay.
That's the problem when you don't have a ticket.
I'm going to assume it's Therence. Good job, Therence. Nice reactions.
Just following this Phantom Lancer. I think he's just going to poke and prod wherever he can here. They want to grab him. They're desperate to get some sort of a big grab here so he can't just use his illusions and
I mean, he's just safely
murder
pushing
everyone.
in, sending in some illusions, going in, kind of poking in with his actual hero. Meanwhile, you've got a Puck that's going around farming. You've got a Bane that's kind of, you know, farming up some waves, Elder Titan. And Prophet's farming the rest of the map. So the gold lead is just diminishing. Or expanding, sorry. Wrong word. It's just getting huge.
Yeah, in fact, if we go ahead and we open it up, we've got over a 20k net worth lead, 20k experience lead right now going for the side of TShow. Things are going really well for them right now, and I'm not sure how Mad Kings gets themselves back in this game, unfortunately for them.
They need to find a way to kill PL. That's all I got for you. They need to, like...
But even when they kill PL, they still have... There's so much damage being thrown out by the rest of the team. Definitely PL's their biggest problem, but...
If they can kill either PL or everybody else except PL and lose at most 2 people, then they're in an okay spot. That's pretty much it. They have decent high ground defense. It's really scary to push into a Bat Rider just because of Blink Lasso and all the rest of that. That's why we see, you know, Prophet with Lincolns, Puck with a Lincolns.
At this point, I'm almost wondering, though, if Bat Rider's just a really good distraction for them. If, you know, they lasso someone, pull them in. If it's not a high-value target, PL just shreds everyone on the back lines.
Yeah, and
I don't even know anymore, really, you know? That was a very eloquent phrase I just said, too.
Absolutely. I don't even know anymore, you know?
Yeah.
It's great.
I was casting something one day, and I think I was like using the same phrases like too often, and like someone was in my chat, and he's British, and he was just like, these Americans, they have such a colorful vocabulary. I was like, oh boy, I better fix that. Big scan coming out.
With eloquence and grandeur at all times.
Yes,
Moxie.
very decadent vocabulary. But yeah, this is looking real scary now for Mad Kings. And right now, PL is just doing his own thing. He's got that butterfly online.
Yeah, they're just
too afraid to get out of the base.
They're just waiting for Roche at this point. I think that's all they're either. Roche
I don't know. I think they just TP'd a Phantom Lancer to the bottom lane. They're ready to go. They're feeling real confident right now.
All right, we'll see. He's level 25.
This is like an Earthshaker's dream right now.
Yeah, where's the Shaker when you need him?
Yeah. Big Echo Stomp does spot out the Bat Rider over here. There's the jump forward from Puck. They'll be able to... Oh, they land the Earth Splitter. They get 2 people with that Dream Coil. Now TA trying to hide herself away. They do have a gem, though, up and running. There's going to be a big hook shotgun. Oh, man, this Morphling. He's trying to fight his way through. He's actually forced to eat the cheese. There's just too much damage being thrown at him. Tower's going down. There's so many different units hitting this base right now. The BKB got popped over on the Nature's Prophet as well. And now TA forced back. One more hit on the tower. Should be able to secure it. And again, no Aegis on any of these guys. They're just so tanky and they've got so much damage. They're just really afraid.
Yeah,
Fort comes out.
The max illusions. So he's got just a massive army.
Yeah, they've got Dream Coil back up and running in just a couple seconds here.
Yeah, Arcane Rune, OP. And
they call the GG. So we're going to game 3, Forge.
Well, I asked for it and I'm getting it.
All right.
Let's, I mean, it was just really good drafting from TShow. They had no answer for the PL, and the rest of their lanes were very, very strong.
No, I underestimated that last pick, PL. That really nailed their coffin shot, so to speak. All right, guys, we will be back. We're going to game 2, so stick around.